radio.
Our music,
our news, our views.
Good morning and welcome to South Central with me, Lisa Bent. Wayne Marshall just set my day off nicely, and I will be easing you into your day with some food for thought to spark the mind, music to nourish the soul, and nudges to tap into your heart and soul. This is your me time from now till 1 p.m. The theme for today's show is self-acceptance, and the focus is on kindness. So I invite you to think about Appreciation Sunday from this perspective. And shortly, I will be speaking to award-winning artist Adam Quang, who I met yesterday and took part in his 1000 Acts of Kindness installation at the Southbank as part of the Festival of Love. So stay with me to find out more. But first, let's have a little bit of this.
This is Colourful Radio.
Our music,
our
news,
news,
our
our
views.
views.
So that was First Love by Goa Pelli. She's got such a beautiful voice, she really has. I love all her tracks. So the weather today is going to be 20 degrees. How cool is that, right? Did you guys get caught in a shower yesterday? Because I did. And you know, for once, I always carry my umbrella in my bag. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter if it's going to be 100 degrees. I will always have an umbrella because I have black hair, and black hair and rain, it does things, and then I have to do other things to make it go back to how I want it. But yesterday, you know what? I said, it's raining, I have an umbrella in my bag, and I'm not going to use it. I'm literally just going to get wet and remember actually what it feels like to be wet in the rain. I think, this is like Confession Sunday, but I think the last time I actually did that was when I was like 10. I have not walked in the rain for a very long time, and yesterday it was a lovely, lovely experience. I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, back to the focus of the show. So today is Sunday, which means it's time to think about what we appreciate. Today's theme is self-acceptance, which is an acceptance of yourself as you are, warts and all. And the focus, as I said earlier, is on kindness. So if you accept yourself, you are more likely to accept others. So the same, I'm sure, would work with kindness. If you're kind to yourself, your ability to be kind to others will be enhanced. This is not some smiley, airy stuff. There's research that shows being kind and compassionate reduces depression, blood pressure, and makes you feel good. Being kind costs nothing. So when was the last time you did something kind? Can you recall receiving kindness from a stranger? Have a little think about it, and if you want to share, you can tweet me at Colourful Radio. You can email me if you go onto the Colourful Radio website, and you can call me on the free phone number, which is 0800 999 8090. I was shown kindness this week by my local coffee shop, who gave me a free coffee. And yesterday, when I went to Adam Quang's installation at the Southbank, a family invited me to sit with them whilst together we worked out how to make our origami birds. They were lovely and added to my experience, and both cases made me feel good. It was a simple act and one which I really appreciated. We interact and walk past people every day, and as I reflect on whether I expressed kindness this week, I can say I did. Obviously, it's from my perspective, because I didn't really wait around to see what, the other person thought or felt about what I did. But from my perspective, I believe that I did express kindness. And I'll give you some examples. So I told a man with funky leopard print glasses and a lady who had rainbow-coloured hair that I liked their style, because I did. And when walking past the London Palladium, I insisted on taking a picture of a father and daughter sitting on the steps. The daughter was mimicking the father, and it was a perfect shot that I felt compelled to take. He said thank you when I returned his phone back to him, but I don't know what he thought when he looked at the picture, but that part of me didn't really want to know, because I just knew what I saw, and I'd like to think that he also saw it when he looked at the picture. So how many times do we withhold from saying something nice to others in case they don't respond how we would like? And that could be quite hindering. Do we hinder ourselves? Do we restrict ourselves from just doing something that's natural because we are worried about how other people will receive it? After this track, I will be speaking to Adam Quang to find out about the response to his invitation to acts of kindness. So stay tuned. I'm joined by Adam Quang, who is an award-winning interdisciplinary artist whose work explores human nature by touching the heart and kindly provoking action from the viewer by inviting them to be part of the evolving art. He is the founder of the World Karma Project, whose mission is to make you and the people around you awesome. Awesome! Is that cheesy? Sorry. He's here from Canada to take part in the Southbank Festival of Love through his art installation 1000 Acts of Kindness and through Love Bites, which is part of a series of talks which he will be doing today at 2 p.m. Adam, welcome.
Hello, Lisa.
Welcome to London as well. This is your first time here.
It is my first time. I've been getting a lot of wonderful reception and people are completely so kind. Oh. It's really, really nice.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that. So 1000 Acts of Kindness is your art installation, which, as I said, is currently at the Southbank as part of the London Festival, which began yesterday. Now, within your installation, you invite people to write down a proposed act of kindness, fold it up into an origami crane, and then the challenge is that they have to do the act within 48 hours of leaving
That's right.
the venue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how did this idea come about, first of all?
Well, I think the idea come about it was first, I'm an artist, and I also teach yoga. So I was lying on the floor after a yoga practice, looking up in my studio, and I say, I want to make something whimsical and inspiring for somebody to look at. And, well, to me, it's just naturally origami crane.
Brilliant. And so, yes, so it looks like a bird. Mm-hmm. It is a bird.
It is a bird.
But it's specifically a crane. What is the significance of it being a crane?
The crane in Asia culture represents purity, happiness. It also brings luck, prosperity, and it have a lot of positive aspect to it. And in culture, we view the crane as the creature of the god. So they bring in messages from Buddha being enlightened. So people on a higher level plane. So that's why I thought of them. So you see, like, in Asian building and stuff like that, a lot of crane picture depicted, or you have crane statue. So,
wow.
Yeah. So it have a lot of deep meaning behind it. We can talk like for weeks about it.
Wow. Well, and as I said yesterday, I experienced it, and it did give me a greater sense of hope. I did feel kind.
Yes.
And I actually didn't need to wait 48 hours to do my deed, because I think I did it within like the first 10 seconds of arriving there. Because my act that I wrote on the crane was to smile,
yes,
and to speak to strangers. And I did that literally as I walked in.
It's so natural, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And guys at home, if you do want to do something today, I do advise you just to go there and experience it. I mean, I can rave all day, but that's my experience. But if you go with you can go with kids as well, because I was with a group.
Yeah,
I was with Magdalene, Dom, and Alison, and they really kind of like brought me in and allowed me to share with them. And they were kids, and they were brilliant.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all what people need is like an introduction, somebody like help, like just open the door, and then you see people just suddenly open themselves up for the people, and that like you see all day yesterday, and it was packed. I don't know, you saw it was like from morning until we closed, and after we finished at 6, like there's still people coming, and we were like actually we didn't leave until around 7.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a madhouse all day yesterday. I was like, running back and forth, and it was really nice experience. And then you see everybody smiling.
Yeah.
Everybody, at first you see people come in, they didn't know what to do, and then I just invite them to sit at the table, and then say, hey, sitting over there, there are a few chairs, so go share with people.
Yeah, that is
really
lovely.
And then other people helping other people.
And that was. It became so natural, didn't it? No one cared that they didn't know each other. Everyone was smiling. Everyone just was willing to help each other.
Exactly.
So was that, or is that just part of your initial want, desire, outcome within this project?
It is. Yeah, it is getting people basically connecting. So one of my, I have different projects, and one of my other projects I have is a disco helmet.
Disco
helmet.
Helmet.
So I write about in Toronto in a disco ball.
Oh my God.
So if you go on the website worldkarma.com, and you see one of the project is the disco helmet, and you see me in the video with a disco.
Oh my God.
So basically, I disassemble. I'm sorry, disco helmet. That some have died in this making of disco helmet.
Oh.
I took apart a few disco helmet.
Yeah.
I undo it and re-glued it on my bike helmet.
Okay.
And then I ride around, and the whole thing is because in the urban environment, like we live in the city, nobody looked at anybody in the eye. Nobody talked to anybody. So like, we are very connected socially on the social media, but nobody connected in real life. So I think we are more farther apart from ourselves and from the people than anybody else really. And that one of the kindness for the Thousand Acts of Kindness is to connect people together. And then when you connect to people, and then people started to feel thing. Yesterday, you know, like you said, you like after that, it make you feel wonderful the rest of the day. It just like it fill you up. You know, just like, oh, this is what human is. It's not, you know, you type this on, you edited your tweet or your social media, whatever it is on Facebook, and then you say, oh, okay, my edited version done, and now I can like relax, and then oh, what I'm gonna do? I'm relaxing.
No, it was really good, and it is really good. And I think, you know, earlier in the show, when the show began, I explained that I always carry an umbrella, and I walked out in the rain. I don't know, it probably is, but I can't guarantee it. But I believe the reason why I did that was as a result of attending the event and experiencing it, and just learning to experience in the moment. I don't need the safety net of the umbrella, but some days you can just allow yourself just to get wet. And the feeling of rain just on me, and it's, again, guys, this is just so simple. It's a simple thing that I'm talking about, and I probably sound crazy as I'm saying it, because I'm just raving about it, but just to walk in rain. Yeah. I don't do that, and it just felt nice. And I just think sometimes we miss the simple things in life.
It is, and it like to think about it. It's very beautiful experience. You mean, you know, rain. It basically your body have all the sensation there on the skin. Every part of your skin is a sensation, and we don't feel them anymore. We are so, you know, padded and protected. Yeah. What are we protected from? Think about it for a second, right? And like yesterday, the experience. I mean, at the Southbank, like kindness take practice. Even like there are research, like, you know, you were talking about earlier, but there are research from University of York in Toronto that's discovered that kindness need practice. So empathy need practice, and then the more you do them, the better you feel. And so then it also good for you too, because it teaches you how to be self-love and acceptance.
But do you think we were born with these qualities, but life just hardens us, so we forget the simple natural things, so we have to relearn them all over again?
I think the environment that we are living in, so there are a lot of fear. I don't think it's how you live consciously or not. I think that really is a question about being kindness, because kindness requires you to be in the present. Right, so if you're not in the present, you're not going to be paying all the attention to anybody else. So if you're not paying attention to anybody else, how can you be kindness? And we live in a culture, you know, constantly delivering fear. We live in, you know, if you turn on the news, the constant fear. I think I used to be a news junkie. I love news, you know, and like in Canada, I don't know about here, like, you know, on the CBC, I love the CBC, which is the public broadcasting in Canada. The new every half an hour, and there are the public station for the new, and it repeats itself. Yeah. Right? It's not really changing. So after like the first time I hear it, I don't need like the negative thing tell me over and over and over again. I like to be informed of the world around me, but I don't need to be constantly tell me, oh, you know, the detail of the glory of whatever has happened. It really doesn't add on to my life experience. You know, I need to be aware, oh, yes, this has happened, I'm aware of it, but I don't need to really know the detail of it, because it doesn't really change that knowledge.
And it can affect your mood, it can affect on what you're taking in on a conscious and unconscious level.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It really does. I mean, if think about it, if you're next to somebody who is, like, you know, a downer, we call it, you know, like constantly complaining and nothing good, you know, and you're gonna, when you walk away from that person, you're going to start thinking not too happy thought.
Very good point.
So being happy also an act of kindness because you're spreading that happiness to another person. It's a conscious act, but it can be learned. The same way you flex your muscle being negative or being depressing, you can flex those muscles to be more happier. But when you're happy, you're actually releasing endorphin in your body, and the endorphin will relax your body and therefore release your stress. And when you release your stress, you're able to be more happier, more productive, be more ageless.
Ageless. That's
Absolutely.
a great setting point. Forget the creams, girls. It's all about just being happy and kind.
Absolutely. I mean, like, there's no cream in the world that's gonna, take away those wrinkles of like, oh my God, I can't deal with this.
No, I think that's a great formula, and I think again it's a simple thing that we miss. We complicate things, don't we?
We really is. I mean, it's so funny. I don't remember. I was with I was in a restaurant on my way to on the airport, I think, and these two ladies look at my face like, "Oh, your face is so like, what did they say? Shining. What do you do when you put on?" I said, water.
That's because naturally you are quite centered, you're relaxed, you're very aware of yourself, and I guess even with yoga, you're working from inside out. So how you're feeling inside is oozing out, and that's
Absolutely.
what they're seeing.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like, like I say, it really central. You bring it down to the core. The end of the day, you come into this world by yourself. You're going to live by yourself.
Agree.
So whatever you do, it really is about you. It's not about anybody else.
Yeah.
So kindness is in a form of being self-love. If you self-love, then, you see everybody else with a different eye. But if you see the people who are very bitter, they are also very bitter about themselves. And we judge ourselves first before we judge anybody. That's really at the bottom line. So, if people ask me, what is the best way to practice kindness? I would say, love yourself first. If you love yourself, you're going to love everything around you.
Fully agree. We're going to pause there for 1 second. We're going to go and see what Tasha's World featuring Thai is all about in a track called Always Change. And we'll be right back to continue this discussion, which is about self-acceptance with a focus on kindness.
Our views.
So that was Angie Stone, Living It Up. And if you've just joined us, I have been speaking to Adam Quang, who currently has an installation, 1,000 Acts of Kindness, which is currently at the Southbank. And we've been speaking of all sorts of things. If you've missed the first half of that, do not worry. After the show, it will be uploaded onto the Colourful website, and you can view the whole conversation then. Okay, so do not worry, but he's still with me now, so we're going to continue.
Hey. I'm still here.
You are indeed, and I'm so grateful for it because I think you're fabulous. So the installation so far has been to 14 locations and 12 different cities in North America.
Yes.
Has there been a moment where you have been blown away by something someone said or wrote?
I think the installation always, it actually blows me every time. So even like yesterday, for an example, from this installation at the Southbank, I was talking to somebody after the end of the day. I was seeing them on the Southbank ground, and he said, "You know what? Your installation inspired me to do this." And his act of kindness was, he had an apartment, which I think he was about to clean it up for sale or something, which he'd been procrastinating for so many times, so many weeks. And he told me next week he gonna spend 3 days, half of it clean his apartment, the other half of it gonna help his friend cleaning her, and then he gonna donate the stuff that he have in his apartment. Because he was like thinking what he's gonna do with the stuff, and he's gonna sell them. Instead of selling them, he's just gonna donate it because his friend just moved into a house, and they have and they need to be filled up. And he's not on top of that. He's like, he's gonna make his project this month every day. He's gonna perform an act of kindness.
Wow!
And he's gonna ask that person to pass it on. And how crazy is that?
That is so lovely.
Yeah.
That is so lovely.
Yeah.
Wow. It's simple as well, but it does sometimes take something to nudge people.
To trigger.
To trigger, yes.
That's
So it resonates with them, and then they can go on and do.
Yeah, that the whole project is about the ripple effect. That's why I called it a kindness bomb. So it's basically, you know, when we're thinking bomb, it's like very negative. It's very destructive.
Yes.
It's like, physically it's destructive. But when you see kindness, when you do good deed, you don't see the physical of it, right? Because you feel good and you don't think about it. We usually remember fear, but we don't think about the feel good part. So this project is to like bring it into like, the visual, like make people aware of it. This is what you do and this is the effect of that, and it resonated out. So basically every person who decided to do an act of kindness, basically you release a kindness bomb. You release it outward, so it travel in multi-dimension. It all around you. It upward, downward, sideways, whatever the way you want. All good.
The point is that it does ripple out and it does affect other people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I like that kindness bomb.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah. So yesterday I sent out tweet. It invite people from all over the world to release the kindness bomb, and and you see that on social media, and people were tweeting about what they're doing, and there are like ton of people. Like yesterday, I was checking on my Twitter handle, World Karma Project, and people say, oh, this is too late, so they actually came late for the installation, but they actually wrote down their act of kindness and tweeted.
Oh, wow.
On like the picture. And then some people were making the video, because I didn't have the video how to make the crane at the installation. They actually go home and make a video of how to fold the crane for me.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I need. Like every time, it's like all these things happen, and there's just so many things happen over and over and over and over again about this project. And that just like the immediate effect. I haven't even talking about like the ripple effect side of it yet.
Oh, I would love to hear about that.
Yeah.
I would actually love, I don't know if you've got any plans, but I'd love to hear how this, or read this project in a book about the effects of the ripple effect. Because, there's that guy, what's his name? Malcolm Gladwell, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Who wrote The Tipping Point.
And he also
and
wrote Blink.
Yes. Tipping Point is an amazing book, but I'd love to see yours.
About kindness.
And the 1,000 Acts of...
That's going to be my third book. Because
I like it.
I'm working on a yoga book right now.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm doing a chair yoga, because the chair yoga is actually helping so many people. And you actually see people physically change. And like, when they start doing release all the tension in the body. So it's coming out in October.
That's brilliant. And that's brilliant as well, because it enables other people who are not as agile to still benefit from yoga.
Well, this book, it basically an inspiration come from it, because people have been asking me after class all the time, because I do chair yoga, and then they ask me, do you have some exercise I can do at home? I say yes, but I don't have time to write them down for you. So this book is for people who the yoga book is the last thing on their mind. Let's just say it's gonna be like a very colorful book. It's color therapy, and it's very simple. It's for people who in pain, and you look at it and then, oh, maybe I can try this, and then that in the form of kindness, because I really want it, because it's helping. I literally have like a student who is on a 4-wheel walker with scoliosis. He walked twisted in an S in January. 3 weeks ago, he was dancing.
Oh, wow.
I mean, as in, like, dancing, like you and me dancing, like moving all over the place, and have it on video. Wow. And that's how it changed people. And he said, oh my God, you inspire me. Now I'm going to, like, make myself feel better, because before I didn't feel the energy. Now, I feel what my body can actually do. I'm going to make an effort, I'm going to go be more healthy. I'm gonna go out do more stuff, and like this is like the kindness I'm talking about. Like you see a little bit, and it changed people's life. It literally changed. Like you can imagine not feeling pain for an hour or two for someone who always in pain.
Yeah. So you inspire many people, but I'm wondering who inspires you.
Oh, that's a good question.
Thanks.
Actually, I think people inspire me is actually everybody I meet, because I think everybody can teach you something if you listen and let them teach you. I think we live in a very selfish culture.
Yeah.
So it's all about me, which is great. You do need to know who you are.
Yeah.
But you do need to listen. You really do. And every person you meet gonna have something for you. So that's the whole purpose behind what we hear. We learn to better who we are as a person. So if you meet a person, that person gonna have something for you. Either gives you some information you need, or inspire you, or make you happy.
Adam, I want you just to stay. Don't go back to Canada. Stay in London. Do numerous kindness bombs forever. But as you said, we have social media, so we can always extend these kindness bombs
Absolutely,
out.
yeah.
So just before I let you go, you are going to be at the Southbank today doing a talk.
Yes.
Without giving too much away, can you say in a way that for the people at home who have no plans today and are still in bed relaxing, sell it to them and say, actually, come out of their beds and come and see you talk?
Okay. First of all, wash your face before you come.
Adam.
But hey, I'm joking. No, so basically I'm going to give a talk as part of the Love Bite series. So I'm going to be one of the speakers, and my topic is going to be on karma, love, and how to live to 110 and stay young looking. Wow.
Listen, I can hear people jumping out of beds already.
Yes, so that's the whole talk about. So I'm talking about how to able to release your stress, how to be more happier, and we're gonna even have some exercise for mindfulness and meditation, exercise for self-acceptance, and exercise how to release your tension on your body. So that all going to be in my talk. So there are 5 topics I'm going to cover about self-love and acceptance, live mindfully, letting go, which is very important for a lot of us, listen to your body, and then the last one is meditation. Yeah.
Gosh, it sounds amazing. I'm actually going to try and make it. I will try my best to make it.
You have to come.
I will. Okay. He's demanding that I be there. I shall do what I can, Adam. No, I will try my hardest to be down there. I really want to hear what you have to say regarding that. That living to 110, I'm not so sure if I want to do that. Living to 110?
Well, if you live up to 110 and stay young looking, look, I work with... You can, why not? I work with 95-year-old World War veteran.
Wow.
And you should see this woman. She's like, oh yeah, I can still dance. Check me out.
I think that's another important thing as well then, because I think, when we reach 30, some people think their lives are over. Recently, and I said this on a show, I think on my very first show on Colourful Radio, that I met a guy who he was an investment banker and he was 45 and he thought he was old. He was literally just worrying about his age and he thought he was old. So yeah, I think you saying that, how to live to 110, you're changing the perceptions on what it is and what it means to be old.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things on my talk that I say the body is like a mechanic. Right, it's like a car. And the first 5 years, the car we use our body. So the first 20, 30 years, we use, and then we think we get too old for our body. Well, hello, you've been using that body.
Exactly.
You're gonna feel old.
And the key is to look after it. Adam, it has been amazing speaking to you. Good luck with the talk later on, which I will try and get down to. Guys at home, please go and attend and see the 1000 Acts of Kindness installation as well, because it may have an impact and effect on you also. So once again, Adam, thank you. Good luck for later, and I'll probably will see you.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Guys, I'll see you on the other side at the top of the hour.